turn that one on. Where's the other phone? Okay, today is, what is today? Today is 14 November 2019. Okay, the last video of this thing. Alright, did you see that? You didn't see that. It's here. See it there? There you go. It's 14. Okay. Alright, so now what I want to do is this is, I just searched my computer for National Panasonic RX-5050F, and there goes, you got to dismiss this. Great, you dismiss that. Great, so now I'm live in the thing. So I want to open with that. So I've had these 5050F and the 5050, as you can see in the date code of the picture, since 2008, at least by that time. So there's, wow, there's a really wide picture of the thing. Okay, and then there's the back of it. No one ever shows it. And there's the input end, and they both have a similar input. The only thing different, I don't know if I have a back, well, I have a top picture. Okay, here's a top picture. See, this one has FM, medium wave, shortwave 1 and 2, ambience. This also has ambience. This has line in, that has line in. This one doesn't have a tape selector, whereas this one does have a tape selector. So that's really the only, and this has AM and FM, that don't, so, but they both have a 4-band equalizer in the front, okay? And then that's, well, I have that one too. I've repaired that since I took that picture. But anyway, this is just about these here. Okay, that's what I want to show. This has a DC input right there, and this one does not have a DC input right there, okay? And this one again has that there. This has the antenna hookups, but you know, so because it has shortwave, all right? So you got that. So bang, 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 bang. Who knows? All right, so I still have that radio. I've repaired it. See what else? Well, there's a bunch of things that I still have most of those. I don't have the 5090, and I don't have the 4975. I still have this one, but that's not what I'm here to show. Oh, good grief. Alright, well, I still have that one too. Alright, well, let me get out of here. Alright, so here is, okay, see the date code in the picture? Alright, that was, you know, taken, what is today? The 14th, that was taken on the 13th, which was yesterday. Alright, so without further ado, I got the other camera rolling, right? So, okay. Why all the pictures, you may be asking? Well, because I finally have sold this. I wasn't really trying to sell it, but a man offered me X number of dollars, and I accepted, and so here we are. So now it's a bunch of pictures about this radio. I've never opened it until yesterday, so here we go. Here's the front of it. Okay, here's the end of it again. You know, since a really long time ago, it's got the, you know, that stuff there. Alright, and then there's the back of it. Again, as I described, there's the you know, it's a 5050F right there. It's 12 volts, 8D batteries. Okay, and then there it is with the thing, you know, open. The you know the antenna for those of you that really want to listen to your stuff by adding a bigger. And then here's a better picture of the you know, the label. Okay, everyone's seen the front. No one's ever seen the back. You can read all that if you pause the video, right? Okay. And then, yeah, then here's the, you know, the fine-tuning knob and such. And here's the top. Okay, once again, volume, balance. It's a 4-band. You can read all that, right? It's got line-in radio, tape, power off, ambient, stereo, mono, and then FM, medium wave, shortwave 1 and 2. Okay, so this is all your mode. Beef-proof. It's anyway. Okay, and there's the bottom. No one ever shows the bottom, but there's the bottom, okay? Got that? There's the bottom. Here's the back. Now, I took this thing apart, and I want to point out something. The reason why I got these two here pointed there is because there was a screw missing, okay? There's actually a screw not in that hole, okay? Well, I'm going to get to that in a moment. Or you just remember that, and I'll try to remember it too. So here, and then when I took this apart, after I opened this up, I found out you don't need to remove these, but they do come out, and they are unusual to me that they plug into the switches, and they are attached to those little pieces of metal there. And those are metal, and these are, you know, your standard like that. Anyway, And here it is inside. So you flop it open, and literally you have to, see these tabs here. You have to, well, you have to rattle the thing, or gently tap on it to get those tabs to release from up here, because they click in. They click in like right there. There's a tab they click in. But anyway, so if you get one and you take the screws out and it doesn't come off immediately, and the door stays with it, so you don't have to have the door open. Although I recommend you open the door before you do it, so you don't get the little catch holding the door closed. So make sure you keep the door open when you try to take the front off. And then here's just here it is. It's a 3 ohm. We don't know what that number means, but you can try it like that. And then the tweeter is 4 ohm, 5 watt. Okay. All right. And then here's just another one. Here's the other side. All right. It actually has a 6 decibel per octave, electrolytic capacitor. I don't know the value, but it's not important because who cares? All right, and there it is again. That's just the wires side that goes into the radio and plugs in. Okay, and then here again, here is the wires that plug in right there. Got it? Okay. And then here's the other side of the radio, the tune end side, the tune end of the radio. Okay. And that's just a full view of the whole thing. So here's your amplifier for those of you. I don't know what value the chip is. I didn't take the heatsink off to find out. It's not important. At least not to me. Okay, and then here's again just another picture of removing that. Then here's the inside front cover, everything. Okay, so I'd slow down, but I have to run off to work here in 7 minutes. Here's just a detailed picture of the spring and where it goes. There's a spring, and then here's the other side for the slow down effect of the door opening. I just like taking pictures like this so I know in case. And then here's the bottom of the tape deck. Okay, so you can see it takes a flat belt right down there. That's the main drive belt. We'll get to that later. Let's see what else. And this is just a side view. That's the door catch, and again the flat belt and the tape counter belt, and that's about all we can see here. And this is the other side. I like taking pictures all around, so don't know what to tell you here. It's just that's what it looks like. Okay. And then here it is with the you take the one screw and then 4 screws around. If you should understand that. Then here are your. I have a better picture, but there's a date code for August '82. Okay, it takes 2 belts. This belt here is driven off the motor. This belt here is driven off the flywheel. Got that? Okay. And then that's what, another picture. I'll just zoom in. All right, zoom out. Okay, moving along. Here is the belts. Again, this one's driven off the flywheel. This one's driven off the motor. You have to have a lot of patience when replacing these belts. Putting that one on is easy, and then here I'm just trying to show the belt path with a flashlight on my head, and just all that, and all the gears. This does have gears, and they don't maybe mesh correctly, but anyway, just trying to show all I can. Alright, then here's the bottom. No one ever takes a bottom picture, but all these got to be flat and level and all that. For if you bang on them too hard, then they don't work right. So good to have a picture of that. And then here's just an end view of the the door catch and how that works, and the spring that's attached to the other side you can't see. But anyway, and again another picture of the back with a flash, and just can never have enough detail. Here is the what do you call it, the recording bar switch. There's the bar and the lever, and this is pushed on by that lever right there. That lever touches on that plastic thing, and okay. And then here's a picture of the front of the deck, outside and inside, or you understand all that, right? Okay, so there it is. Great. Here's a picture of the idler tire. This does have a crackly idler tire, so that needs to be replaced soon. Okay, it's still all together, but it really needs to be replaced. I don't have any that size, but when that goes bad, okay, which is driven when it pulls up. When this pulls up, it touches on that there, which is a solid plastic tire. But when this rubber tire here goes bad, it's not going to take up anymore, and then it's going to start eating tape because that tire is not driving the take-up reel. And that's the whole issue right there, that happy little idler tire. I keep talking about that and people not listening, and that's fine, okay? You can replace belts left and right, but this idler tire, see how it's cracking there? When it goes bad, it's going to go, and that's going to be it, okay? So you got to find those idler tires. Alright, so this is just to put the flashlight picture on the what do you call this thing? This is the, what is this? This is the recording bar switch. All your music goes through that switch. One more time, all your music goes through that switch. Okay, so when you have a deck that records, you're going to have one of these switches. This is where the location is. And you need to run, you know, this stuff right here. You need to put this stuff through it, spray it through the top to the bottom, or the bottom to the top, whatever you want to do, you know. And then, you know, get some of this stuff here and blow through the other end and work it with your finger and that sort of thing, okay? So you got to do that, make that switch work right. Alright, do that, and then you have your sound back, especially when you get a radio that has sound in one channel missing, or low sound in one channel. It's because this switch here is dirty, not because of the potentiometers not because these here, although they may be a culprit, but normally after you cleaned all these this is your volume, this is your balance. If you still have missing sound, it's that recording bar switch. So just want to harp on that. Alright, what's next? Here I have them both apart. So here is the 5050 we've been looking at. And here's another 5050 down here, but it's a 5050 standard. Alright? That's just my happy little work area. Alright, great. So now here's the 5050 standard. You can tell it doesn't have any, it's just AM and FM. There's no shortwave, so that's a standard model. But I just wanted to, because this one here had a problem. It's a fuzzy picture now, but so that one's bent and that one's bent, okay? And there was other issues this thing had. The tape didn't work right because this wire was misaligned. It was not supposed to be there. It's supposed to be going across. That's why I got these two pictures. See how the wire here is nicely strung across? It's not going across the tape deck. That's why I wanted to see what the difference is. Why does this one work great and this one not work right? That's because that wire was interfering with the tape deck. That's why I took these pictures. That's why I wanted to have these two together so I could understand why the one worked and the other one didn't. And this just with the picture without the flash or whatever. And then here's just a different view. Again, this is the 5050F because it's a dark colored one, and this is the 5050 because it's a gray colored one. Got it? Okay. Alright, again, that's just another, okay, I don't know, pictures. Can't ever have enough pictures. Here's the 5050 standard. Again, it's the AM model, right? So just, that's the inside of it. Another picture of both. Once again, of both inside of either one of these. So here's the inside of this one here, right? That's what it looks like. See, there's not much tuner stuff over here. But this one here has got you know, your extra shortwave, so it's got extra stuff in there for, you know, tuning, right? So that's why I took this picture. Again, this is the belt detail, right? There's a flat, let's see, the flat belt, and then this one here, which is driven off of that, is also driven off the motor. I didn't quite get a picture of that, little tabs in the way, but anyway. And here it is with the, okay, so there, and you got lots of gears in this thing. It's got a nice heavy flywheel. This one's driven off that one's driven off that, and both of these have to attach to the motor, which again, I didn't take a good picture to show that. And then here is the, okay, the main flat belt is a 4-inch belt. It's about that big. And then the, this is the this belt here this is the old belt. This is driven, this is the one driven off the motor, okay? And then this belt is the one driven off the flywheel. That's the size of it as I took them off, just so you know. All right, and that's it. So now, let me just go back to some good point picture. I don't know, maybe back to the beginning. I don't know. How many pictures I take here? Does anybody know? Anybody counting? Well, oh, made them famous. Okay. All right, so now what I want to do is put this, okay, so I've been making a video with this camera here, and I'm going to get, hello Nicole Lee, I'm going to get this tripod toy and put this on here and extend the legs. Okay, great, and then just, here we are. Okay, great, so here we are. I could, see, what time is it? It's 1:02. I got a few minutes before I got to run off to work. Okay, so here is, oh wait, let me take the thing here and wide that one out. Okay, alright, so wide that out, point this down, there it is. Okay, come on. I can get it on a microphone. I've already made videos of recording with this thing. I just want to show that it works.